Ciao and welcome to Andrea Wine Conversation. Hope you're having a great day. Today the weather here is great. We finally got some sun. It looks like the summer has arrived, and we can't wait to start enjoying our nice weather. I hope you're enjoying our videos. You discover some new wine. We kind of help you in discovering new producers, new wines, new grapes. And remember, if you got any question, there is anything you want to know, any wine you want us to taste, all you have to do is drop us an email or contact us by Facebook or Twitter, and or just leave a post on our YouTube page, and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions or to taste any of the wine you want us to. So far we've seen plenty of wines, sparkling, still, white, red, rosé. So today we decide to go, we saw the weather, we decided to go to taste Prosecco. Now we mentioned before, Prosecco is a sparkling wine made using the Shaman method. It's produced in three regions: Veneto, Trentino and Friuli, and it's divided into two classifications. One is Prosecco DOC and one is Prosecco DOCG. Before we get into details, just want to remind you something about the sparkling wines, because one of the last videos we also tasted a different sparkling wine. Now everyone, obviously Prosecco, which is made with Glera grape, can only be made in those three regions, but everywhere in Italy, and not just Italy, is now producing Prosecco. Why? Because the world is buying plenty of it. Everyone loves Prosecco, everyone loves sparkling wine. Often we often think that anything with bubbles is Prosecco. No, it's not always the case. Prosecco is Prosecco, but we could get a different sparkling wines. They're all gonna taste different. They all got different characteristics. Prosecco, it's good as an entree, before you start your meal or with your canapes. Very, very light dishes. It's not really the sparkling wine that will allow you to eat, to dine. So if you're thinking about sparkling wine with your food, then I would definitely say go for something else. You could stay on a classic Shaman method, so same kind of fermentation in a tank, or you could go for a classic method if you want something bigger, more structure, richer. And that I think it was our first episode, our first video was about the Franciacorta, which is the Italian classic method wine. So if you haven't seen it, go back and have a look at it, because it is a really beautiful wine. So Prosecco, as I was saying, is made with in those three regions. The grape is called Glera. Now, about 5 years ago, the legislation changed. Before, the Glera was called Prosecco, and whoever growing the Prosecco grape all over Italy could call the wine Prosecco. To kind of protect the grape and the wine, they decided to change the name, and now Prosecco can only be made with Glera grapes grown in those three regions. Anything outside those cannot be called Prosecco. We got two different levels: Prosecco DOC, Prosecco DOCG. The DOC is of lower level, DOCG is supposed to be the better level. I always say it's supposed to be, because remember that behind each wine there are the quality of the grapes and the winemaker. So even if we grow the grapes in the best area, if we don't have good grapes, or if I'm not a good winemaker, a skilled winemaker, someone wants to make a great wine, I'm still gonna make an average drinking wine. So always remember that any wine you buy, never consider the wine by the label. Always think the grapes and the producers behind it. So the Prosecco we're tasting today is a Prosecco DOCG. So it comes from the Valdobbiadene area. It's a smaller area within the Prosecco area. We got 3 DOCG, Valdobbiadene, Asolo and Cartizze. three different areas, three different Prosecco all together. Now the one, as I said, this one, the fermentation is the Shaman method. So the fermentation takes place in tanks. Let's go straight to the tasting. As you can see, we got the DOCG label on the back. Nose is very delicate, almost floral. We do have some white fruit, so pear, apple, peachy, really nice, very summery, very delicate. Nice acidity, refreshing. Now this Prosecco has been on the table now for a few minutes, so it's a bit warmer than what it should be. But again, fantastic, fruity, delicate, yeah, perfect as an opening or for with canapé. If we think about food, probably go for something like really sort of fish, so boiled fish. I think again very light in flavor, so otherwise you won't be able to match it to stand out richer flavor. Hope you enjoy hope you enjoy the summer. Hopefully the weather is nice where you are, like it is here today. Enjoying the wines, and I'll see you next time. Salute.